There are a number of factors that went into our decision. We had for some time been already working with some workflow technologies, but they've been, at least at the time, they were enterprise level kinds of things where you needed to bring IT into play, a lot of infrastructure, HTML, development capabilities and whatnot. So the existing solutions really did not allow for rapid development. They required a lot of enterprise level support. And that's usually a fundamental problem in major corporations, right? Because you can't always count on IT being available. It tends to spike and drop. We were looking for something that was easily implemented. I wanted my team to be able, in an ideal world, to build the workflows. We were looking for something, again, in an ideal world, which really didn't exist before ThinkSmart, at least to the best of my knowledge. It was something that was more visual. Right? We wanted to be able to see the workflows and use more of a drag and drop kind of platform. We were looking for a partner in the process too, right? A lot of the enterprise players don't allow you to get on the phone if you've got an issue, if you've got a question, to work with them. So I think there were a whole panoply of things that we were looking for. We were looking for something where we could tie into other data sources relatively easily. And we were looking for something that ultimately fit our level of scale. Right? We're operating a legal department rather than the entire company, and we needed something that had an appropriate level of overhead. So ThinkSmart brought all of that to the table. We were working with ThinkSmart from the very beginning. ThinkSmart was still building out its platform, and we found very quickly that Paul Herner and the rest of his team were available to answer questions and quite frankly to work with us in building out their platform to address questions, comments, and concerns that we had to address functionality requirements. So as noted, originally we were looking to solve predominantly for just the legal department, and my team, the legal operations team, owned that. And my team glommed onto the platform very quickly. It was an environment that was very user-friendly and quite frankly challenging in a good way, right? The team immediately enjoyed building with this solution, right? They could put together workflows, they could implement them, and they could try them right then and there. They didn't have to know HTML, they didn't have to know C++ or any other kind of coding language. And so from a team level, the adoption was immediate, and my 3-person team all immediately jumped on it and wanted to learn how to use it and built. We rolled out the solution across the legal department over time, and we had good pickup across the board, right? We were doing things for the sales team, we were doing things in the trademark space, we were doing things obviously at the legal ops space. Outside of our department, so I was working for a very large corporation at the time, and we had a couple of enterprise level solutions which were expensive and again required a deep expertise in those specific platforms. And when we exposed the IT team to what we were using, there was actually an immediate interest in seeing whether this could be used for the enterprise. And while it took a little bit of time to get them to come around, mostly because major corporations are slow about that kind of thing, they ultimately did come around to see the benefit of leveraging this across a 6,000 to 8,000 person company, $4 billion in revenue. So the inherent feature set, flexibility, ease of use, ability to implement, and ease of support got enterprise level interest relatively quickly. The various workflows that we implemented had an immediate high return on investment from a satisfaction standpoint as well as a headcount standpoint. So one of the workflows that we started off with was creating a automated non-disclosure agreement solution that basically allowed anyone in the corporation across 20 different countries in local language to request a non-disclosure agreement and have that template populated, have it automatically forwarded to a third party for electronic signature using an industry standard electronic signature platform, and get that turned around potentially in hours. It's the kind of platform that could be done from somebody flying in an airplane. So it really sped up the whole process processes associated with NDAs. We rolled out sales and technology types of agreement processes. Those kinds of solutions, both the NDA as well as the sales platforms, allowed us to not have to add headcount, or alternatively to take headcount that would have otherwise been spending time drafting, negotiating, reviewing, and dealing with associated processes and policies. All of that went away. So whether we're talking about workflows associated with, again, our trademarks or compliance, for example, we had great customer satisfaction, and the ability to put these things in place rapidly. I'm not sure how quickly, how much of an ROI or a number you can put on that. It's just fantastic, right? And it gets management to rally around the solution too. When you can present this to a management team and say you've put this together in 2, 3, 4 weeks on your own, and you can manage it over time by yourself, that's hugely impactful. So the collaboration and support from ThinkSmart from the outset was one of the reasons that we chose the platform. You know, as I noted earlier in our conversation, the ability to work with the team directly to be able to address challenges that we are having, to get support, but more importantly, even to work with the team to get feature sets and functionality built in to address problems with existing features and functionality. That was fantastic from the outset. I think it's unique among all of the high-tech and other suppliers of tools and technology that we've had. And over time, it's been a phenomenal, collaborative, supportive type of relationship. We actually developed a user group where we brought in other users of the platform to our company on a regular basis to talk about what they were doing. And at the same time, ThinkSmart and its team came in to participate in those events and talk to us about existing feature sets as well as future feature sets, and to get our feedback. That kind of collaborative, supportive environment is worth gold. So if somebody asked me what the feature set or the value, the key reason for moving to ThinkSmart or this type of solution would be, there's a number of them. First, I would say it's a game changer in terms of automating the processes and platforms, allowing you to conduct business quicker, minimizing the amount of time, effort, and energy that people on your team and teams around you spend on activities that currently don't need their input or only need a keystroke, avoiding using your email inbox as your repository of record and your workflow solution. Not optimal. ThinkSmart allows you to rapidly build. We talk about it in terms of workflows, but I think if anybody else looked at what we've done, they would say we're building tools. So it allows you to build solutions, tools that are based upon workflows and tie into existing data sources in a way that you can't otherwise. So from an internal client satisfaction standpoint, that would be something I would say people should be paying attention to and will benefit from. There's cost savings, and there's a fun element to it too. The team enjoys building in this environment and solving problems in ways that are efficient and effective and allow them to, quite frankly, own and manage that process over time.